Assignment 3, we are working on general triangle word problems. There's a story before a lot of these questions. I tend to skip the stories and just go right to the actual problems. The stories, that's not helpful a lot of times. Sometimes it is. Supposing that the angle at the cave entrance is acute, so that means that this right here is less than 90. Remember, acute is less than 90, right is exactly 90, and obtuse is over 90. And that Devorah's calculations were correct. How many degrees did she turn? So they want to know what this angle measure is. We have a relationship here, so we can set up the problem this way, but we don't have anything here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to solve this measure using this relationship ratio, and then once I have these two, I can take 180 from it to find out my total measure of what my third angle is of my triangle. So I'm missing a. I'm now going to go find this measurement right here. So I'm going to redraw this on my board. So 48, 89, and 30. Okay, so let's look at my board. They want us to find this one, but what I'm going to do is find this one. And then once I do that, we can find this one by knowing that all triangles equal 180 degrees. So I'm trying to find a degree measure. So we're going to do sine of x on top over its relation, or what it's related to. It's related to 89. And then we have sine 30 over 48. So now we got to solve for x. So we're going to multiply both sides by 89. And we get sine x is equal to all of that. You just cross out. So to get what x equals, I have to do inverse sine of this side and inverse sine of that side. So I'm going to do that right now. So first thing I got to do inverse sine, and then sine of my 30. Close my sine 30 out. Divide by 48. Times by 89. And then close out my inverse sine. So I get 67.98. I bet they're going to have this round to the nearest degree. So we go to 68. And I forgot to, so I found this measurement, right? So I need to find this one. So let's switch my board. So 68 is this one. And I'm trying to find this one. Oops. So I need to do 180 minus 68 minus 30 for that one. And that'll tell us our third measurement. So 180 minus 68 minus 30 gives me 82. So let's try 82. And there we go. All right, question 2. There is a queen that wants to build a tunnel between two cities as opposed to having to drive from Harris, which is 6 kilometers, and then to wherever town this is, I don't know, I should say. Then to Yarm, which would be another 7 kilometers, would be 13 kilometers total. The question is, how short would this tunnel be with the facts that we know? So this one looks like we're going to be using law of cosines. We don't have a relationship. We have 29 degrees and nothing out here. We have 7 and nothing here, and 6 and nothing here. So law of cosines is what we're going to need to use. And I'm going to label all of my sides. So I have this thing drawn. And I'm going to just make this my angle A, which means this is my side A. And that's all that really matters. These two, you can be B or C, or C and B. B and C. So now, when I'm doing my law of cosines, I need to use, because I have an angle A, and I'm trying to find A, small a, I'm going to use this one. So my unknown, A squared, is equal to B squared plus C squared, which is 7 and 6. 7 squared is 49. 6 squared is 36. And we're doing minus 2 times B times C. B and C is 42. We multiply them. And 42 times 2 is 84. And that's times cosine of the angle 29 degrees. All right, so let's go to my calculator. Let's do 49. Zoom in a little bit here. So we're doing 49 plus 36 minus 84 times cosine of 29. And close that out. You don't have to, but so we get 11.53, and our a squared is 11.53, which means that we need to square root this number. So square root of our answer is 3.395 kilometers. They went to the nearest hundredth. So this 5 makes that 9 into a 10, which makes this into a 4. So it'll be 3.40. Or just 3.4. The 0 is assumed. All right, next question. Okay, we are flying a kite. We have two different angle measures from Mustafa and Anna. They're looking at the kite, and they can see how far up it is, and they know how long the string is. But they want to know how far it is from Anna. If you want to know how high it was in the air, you just do a right triangle, which is actually easier. But they want to know how far it is from Anna and not from the ground, this is going to be further, because the ground is actually closer. But that doesn't really matter. Another thing I want to bring up is because we know two angles here, we already know this third angle. It's 180 minus 109, which is 71, and then minus 47, which would be 24. So this angle up here is 24 degrees. We don't need to know that, but just bring that fact up. We're going to do law of sines because we have a relationship right here. It's right across this one and that one. So then we're going to put our sides on top because that's our unknown. So I have it all drawn here. So this will be our x. So we're going to set our side on top over sine of 47. This is side, not sine, side. And that equals 46 over sine of 109. We multiply both sides by sine of 47. And that's going to be our x. X equals all that. So let's throw in the calculator. There it is. So we have 46 divided by sine of 109. Close out that sine. Times our other sine, which is 47. And equals. You don't have to close that out when it's at the very end like that. 35.58. I think it's just the nearest degree, which that would round up to 36 degrees. Oh, no, this is not degrees. This is meters. Around your nearest meter. So still 36 meters. Yeah, 36. All right, next question. Last question. All right, we have a Dennis sees an angle of 41 degrees between Vera and Yash. What field of view around Yash's camera need to fit both of his friends? So yeah, there's a Dennis is taking a picture of these two people that are 30 meters apart, and they want to know what this degree measure is. I don't know why they want to know this, but they're asking it, so we're going to solve it. Okay, so looking at this, law of sines is what we're going to be using here because we have 41 degrees related to 30, so we can get a relationship set up. And then we have a third fact, which can tell us what this angle is. So our degree is unknown, so we're going to do sine of our unknown in the numerator. I have it drawn here. Oh, and this is our x right here. Okay, so sine of x up top, and that's related to our 25 side. And then we have sine of 41 over the side that it's related to, which is 30. Okay, you can see that. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There you go. All right, multiply both sides by 25. And now we have sine x is equal to all of this over 30 times 25. And to get x by itself, we have to do the inverse sine of both sides, which means that cancels out. So x is equal to this. So into the calculator we go. So inverse sine, and then sine of our 41, close out our sine, 41, divide by 30, times 25, close out my first sine, which I don't have to, but I'm going to just because it's good practice, and we get 33.1419. That's going to round to 33. Yeah. So the nearest degree is what they want. So 33. And we're done.